Ooh, welcome. If you're not familiar with who I am, my name is Allura. That's my pen name. Rula is my first birth name. These series are coming to you unedited because I don't know how to edit yet. Certainly unscripted because, like my writing on Instagram, which I will give you a preview of, that you get to see the statements I make, the downloads that I have. You will hear me read some of my comrades. So as this show, Allura Inspires, takes off with your support, your patience, mainly, you must know these are my personal opinions. I will not speak of anything that I have not personally been through. For example, been through the depression, economic, almost homelessness, post-traumatic stress disorder, all these lovely titles that people were trying to define me as. But the point being is I don't speak of something I have not been through. And one of the episodes I'm going to have about, being careful what you say to others who are struggling with the things I mentioned or other, items that they may be challenged with is going to be watch what you say, because you have to be empathetic. And thus, I can't share with you unless I've walked through it, talked through it, muddled through it. Saint I am not. Wise, I don't know why some people call my writing prolific or wisdom galore when I go live on Instagram. Perhaps it's because of foolishness, and at least the few of us that are accountable don't repeat these mistakes. The chit chat session today, and I'm sure there'll be a bitch session, there'll be a screw session, not that way, I mean like screw off haters. And of course you'll get used to my sarcasm. There'll be many more, and DM me on Instagram, which let me show you the site that I'm on, which is also Allura Inspires, but it's with what is it called? Underscore. And thank you for the growing number of followers that read, that seem to DM me. That is where you may be able to reach me for ideas, which I've already received several on hot topics that people want to hear about. You can copy the URL, which is whatever the name of the show, share it with your friends. Folks, especially the poetry community, the art community, sharing me is sharing you, because eventually I'm going to be reading the loyal ones, the creative ones of you. Today, again, the chit chat is about safety on the internet. In the event, this may be an earthquake for you, there are cuckoo birds hiding behind the screen, whether it be dating sites, social media, Instagram, YouTube. What we want to be careful as a community is that when we share and when we purge ourselves, we are putting ourselves out there, and we don't know who's watching. All the more reason triggers have to be watched out for. I find the lonelier a person is, they're more likely to engage with a stranger. Been there. Or put their faith, their trust into someone who is willing, seemingly, to listen to what you want to tell them or divulge to them, and then take advantage of it. So, especially for the youth out there, don't be sending nudies, and certainly don't send me any. The best way is to protect yourself by being professional behind this screen. Yes, I have made excellent soul connections with people I have never met, but I've also been on a journey of writing for a while, enough to see their writing style, the way they DM me. A good way to kind of offset, because you're open out there into the world, any DMs or harsh comments that come your way, is literally a prayer emoji, or recite some scripture, just so that, you tell them, I'm a holy person, even if you're not. That way you've set the intention, this is not acceptable. And the prayer emoji typically works, especially if they're sending me like a nudie pic or something. Obviously there's a block feature. Blocked are you in the real world or on Insta or on YouTube if you have nothing high vibration to bring my way or my people's way. Yes, I consider my family on Instagram, our writers, our poets. I even consider the new subscribers to get to know me and listen and perhaps can relate as family. Another thing, so we talked about that, engaging. Bullying galore occurs on all forums. It's not just the writing forum. I've seen makeup artists go for each other. I've seen craft people go after each other. For heaven's sake, we are not in the Academy Awards or Pulitzer Prize winners. And even if we were, it should be with a graceful endeavor, because your talent, not you bullying or harassing someone, is going to make you stand out. And I'm blessed so far to have not only followers, but people that understand the term respect. Mainly it comes from self-respect. So check yourself and then check others. So being lonely, wanting to be heard often, is a great way to be baited. Sending pictures that are personal, not knowing who that person is or what they may do with it, not so smart. Engaging in bullying or private messages against someone. As I said, been there, done there, tasted the viper. No longer will I speak ill of anyone, and if I am, it's going to be right in their face. So get to know me, you'll know that about me. Another thing is, I really recommend, especially to women, that, boo-hooing onto another's shoulder, namely of the opposite sex, is not the best way to heal. Especially if that information may be used against you. If you're on a dating site, be careful. Not all our pictures, according to friends that are on there, I've been on there, some of these people are not real. I think the term is called catfish. So if you're going to meet someone on a dating site, make sure it's a public place. Make sure your friends know. And hopefully it'll be the grandest date of all, or make for a good novel. I once started a whole novel on that. Then it became self-fulfilling, like disasters. But I digress. So be careful out there. Watch the content that your children are watching. Mine are cuckoo birds. I have 3 beautiful girls who love to watch everything. Thankfully, it's just rap and, trending makeup and all that. But you must be vigilant in your own children's care. And the best way is how you behave. So try not to be a hypocrite, although we all make mistakes. But do be vigilant in your children's protection. Scam artists, anybody that asks you for money that isn't legitimate, or your account, or your personal information, block, avoid, ignore. I had a friend that gave money because her thinking was, well, what if this person is ill? Or what if this person is, trapped in Mumbai? I don't know, I just used that name. Or heebie-jeebie land, and can't get out because they are political prisoner. And she got, robbed $200. That's actually good that she learned. Good that her heart is great. But if it's not an organization or certified, or if you're not paying for a healing, like I will be charging for my Reiki soon and revamping that, if it's not through someone that you've engaged with and somehow find legitimate or testimonials about, please don't give your money away. You can start a fundraiser for me. Because I want this show to take off and I need a camera and an editor and all that lovely stuff. But make sure it's legitimate, folks. So again, purge, share, make friends if you can, but be weary. Not all is what it seems, my friends.